What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to install camera transmitter for my Hercules quadcopter before I install or figure out how to install my multi-Wii setup, which I already have the multi-Wii board set up. I've got the I2C board set up to communicate with the GPS module, which I have already set up to communicate at 115,000 baud rate, which that's going to be a video in itself, but mine's already set up. But I'm going to go through the steps of how I set up that in a separate video. But right now I'm worried about just setting up the FPV camera setup on this big quadcopter here. Alright, this is the transmitter right here. It's pretty big, nice and beefy. 5.8 gig, 32 channel. Should be good. I kind of want to put it right here, but that's going to be a problem because the buttons here for the frequency and the channel stick out here. Oh, I guess here. I can put it right here. Double-sided sticky tape, of course. But I kind of really... But I could put it here if I wanted to. Right here. Hold on. Alright, if I want to put this here, I need to make sure that the blade isn't going to interfere, the prop blade. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, if I put that there, we good. Pretty good. Yeah, cool. I like that. There you go. While we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and put the antenna on. Okay. And eventually I'm also going to put a zip tie across it. But the ones I have, I don't think are long enough. I don't know. But yeah, you get the point. Eventually I'm going to put a zip tie on it, but for video's sake, I'm not going to do that right now. Next, let's get our wiring. But as of right now, we're done with that box. We've got the transmitter installed. Let's get the wiring out. Now, this is the part that came in the box of the camera. You can see it's got that end on it. And what I did to make this work was I took some header pins like that to be able to attach this wire to this, so that way if I ever just wanted to disconnect it, I can. And I'm going to take some heat shrink, right, and heat shrink this together, so that way if I can ever wanted to, I can just disconnect it without happen to cut wires or desolder anything. And of course, this end will go to the power distribution board, red and black wires. This end goes to the transmitter. So let's go ahead and get this wired up. Then we need to run these wires somehow to the power distribution board. Maybe up through here, up through the middle, something like that, right? Alright, now the antenna's gonna get in my way. Come off. We don't need you right now. Let's pop the lid on this baby. That's a thing right there. Alright, so I'm going to have to make sure that's nice and tight. So now that we've got this piece taken off, we have full access to our power distribution board. And I just want to double check that I want the wires coming straight up through the middle, nice and tight. Or if there's a way I can come through here. Yeah, let's come through here. Not there. Here. Pull them up nice and tight. Strip the ends of the wire. Now these wires are longer than they need to be. I'm going to leave them that length and just kind of tuck the wires in somewhere. Reason being is because if I screw anything up, that means my wire is going to be screwed up and I'm going to have to resolder some wires. Alright. Ow. Now, the vias in this power distribution board, I went ahead and filled up with solder already. Mainly just to give it more mass, more current, can flow through, less heat. So basically, really honestly, all I just have to do is find a negative for the negative wire, solder it on. Let's pretend these wires. There you go. Take that back off. Go. Now it should be able to take to the board a lot easier. There we go. Now the positive. Sweet. Just like that. The wires are nice and tucked in. That kind of works out pretty good. I like that. So now we've got power to our transmitter and our camera. Damn it, why do I keep putting it on? Off. I just want it on so bad. Alright, let's think about how we are going to install this camera. Okay. Alright. I flipped it upside down before I even figured out how I was going to install it. So basically this wire runs to the front here, to the camera, which is again longer than it needs to be. This camera also comes with the video cables. We don't need that in this case because we're not using this as a security camera. we are using this as a security drone. Now the reason why I choose this brand of camera is because, well, to me, in my personal opinion, I think it's a really good camera. And I like the fact that it has an all-metal housing. Now, some people might complain, well, it's got a metal housing, it's probably a lot heavier than it needs to be. But for a quadcopter this size and the amount of torque, the lift of these motors, I really don't have to worry about it. Because with this Hercules frame, this is a utility quadcopter, which you can pretty much do anything with. So let's see, I can install the camera right here like that, or do I want to flip this back around? And install it like this. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm seeing? What I'm saying? Oh no, metal housing. Don't worry about it.
Got him! Got him!
If I do it like this, I'm gonna have to flip the camera around. If I do it like this, I don't have to flip the camera around. Do it like, alright, I want to put it up here is because I don't know what I'm going to have underneath this. I mean, a camera with a gimbal, anything really. So yeah, let's put the camera right here. Okay, to attach it, I'm going to use M3 screw with a lock nut. And I'm just going to use one single one through the bottom of this bracket here, because I'm not worried about it going anywhere. I'm really not. It should be fine. But am I going to be able to put the screw through there, grab the lock nut with these here, there you go. Let's turn the camera. There you go. Allen key in the bottom. Fail. Total fail. Pain in the butt. Let's try this again. Come on, dude. Jeez, man. Cool. Now I can point this down if I wanted to, if I'm doing like aerial flying and stuff like that. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because the FPV camera system is going to be instantaneous. It's going to instantly feedback video to your goggles, to your monitor, to whatever. Now you can, like the action camera that I'm using now, the link is going to be in the description. It does output video while you're recording, but it's delayed. So when you're flying your quadcopter around, it's kind of best to have instantaneous video. So this will give me that option if I wanted to. Plus I have it lying around, so let's why not install it? Right? Why not put it on there? And let's feed our wires to the front, and then we'll zip tie it up. We'll zip tie the slack. There we go. Just like that. Cool. And we can zip tie this up, and we can tuck this away, hide it somewhere. Alright, let's explain. I've got the transmitter double-sided sticky taped to this arm here. I verified that the prop is not going to interfere with the antenna. That's all good. I've got the power wire that powers this transmitter and this camera tucked through this frame here, coming up through here, soldered onto the power distribution board. I have the power wire for the camera and the video wire going through here, through this arm to the camera. Kind of going through here, out of the way, it's not going to interfere. And then I'm going to take these, zip tie the extra wire up and tuck it up so that way it's nice and clean and beautiful. Get out of here, fly. Do you see it? Alright, put our 4 screws back in. Alright, let's get a handle on this here. Oh no, I'm almost out of heat shrink. What am I going to do? Well, I should do it. We don't need the entire length. Let's do half. Wider, that's almost out of fluid. Make sure that the yellow and yellow, red and red, and black is all together. Let's make a fire. Now I could cut these wires and shorten them to length and all that good stuff, but for right now, I just want to leave all my wires nice and long on everything, so that way it's configurable. I can change the setup anytime I want. I can do anything I want to it because it's mine and nobody can tell me what to do. Come on, I'm about to cut the camera off and just shove this thing just anywhere in here. If I was smart, I would have ran this connector through the quadcopter first, and I did not do that, and I already heat shrunk. Honey, I heat shrunk my tubing. Was that stupid? Deal with it. Alright, good. So we have it all set up. That was easy. But will it work? Okay, we have a receiver. We have the quadcopter. Oh, pick a battery. We've got a battery. Like that. I have my display that we're going to use, and the end is right here. So we need that. That's a thing. LCD monitor here that I use for testing. I've got my receiver and I've got my power supply. I've got this wired up. Let's get the power supply on. Let's give it 12 volts. Let's channel 18, frequency 28, 48, 8, alright, frequency 18, channel 11. That's always good. Grab my antenna. Now, being this close range like this, I really don't need to put the antenna on it. But for some reason, I have a fascination with putting the damn antenna on, the darn antenna on. Let's plug in the quadcopter and hope nothing blows up. Frequency 18, channel 11. Oh, we got something. We got something on the display here. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Look at that. Works. It's nice and clear too. But the picture is upside down, so we're gonna have to flip our camera around. So yeah, might as well. Let's go ahead and do that, because I know as soon as I finish this video, I'm gonna forget to flip the camera around. And eventually I want to invest in like a Elgato or like a video capturing device, so that way I can just feed video directly to it without doing all this camera mess. So now doing this kind of makes you wonder why I didn't just remove the camera to put the bracket on in the first place, right? I don't care. And yeah, man, the video feed is absolutely instantaneous. There is no lag. That's why the 250 quadcopters, they always use setup like this, always. Because even though they have the GoPro or whatever action camera they have, there's that split-second delay. And when you're flying around with your your quadcopter and you're racing around, you're doing 1,000 miles an hour, you can't have that delay. That's why I've got the same exact setup in my my 250 size quadcopter. I've got the same camera, but the transmitters, this is a 200 milliwatt transmitter on this one, super small, but with that one, that's just fine. But with this bigger one, I plan to go very long distances with it, and yeah, that was fun. If you like this video, then like it. If you dislike it, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, do all that lovely stuff. All the links to pretty much everything, if not most of everything, are going to be in the description below. By buying stuff off the links, it takes you to Amazon. You can help support my channel by buying things that you would have already bought in the first place. Help support my channel. And you would have already bought the stuff already. So you're not really, you're helping me out, but you're not giving me money directly. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Am I just rambling on? Alright, like this video, like it, dislike, do all that crazy stuff I already said. Thanks for watching.